Your enemy is sitting in your corner, just disguised as your friend.
Basically, what you're saying, Uguti, when looking for your enemy,
exactly. Don't look far. The desperation is what's going to kill you. You will start knocking into the wrong doors. If they are in the business of making money, they are going to take your money. They are not going to tell you otherwise.
Your friend is not doing well, but is taking you to a healer.
Why would you go if that healer did not help your friend? You're actually wasting your money, boo-boo. Success awakens evil enemies that you didn't even know existed in your life. There's dangers of having baby showers, guys. You guys are happy to see the gift packages, the dekiwe mole, everything is nice. There are people who will lace those baby clothes.
Umdlavuza umahlasela ngomthondo amava ehlasela ngamavolovolo untombi zamangisi ziyamfuna ezabesuthu ziyenqaba zithi bathung mgube namhlanje sibuyile futhi ngihamba nomfazi onamasende the woman with balls. Sawubona.
Do you know people actually used to call me the herbal gabadia?
And what you call yourself?
I prefer both because I got balls and I'm also the herbal gabadia.
So namhlanje sikhuluma ngabangani sithi Zulu abafweni bathola phambili, right? Which means
I don't know that word anyway. Don't understand that, but it's cool.
Which means the friends you make becomes part of your life or becomes your family.
Okay.
Yes.
But not everybody that you meet becomes part of your family. Some people are here to destroy you silently.
Angithi ingakho ngithi mina namhlanje sizokhuluma ngabangani. Yabo? What I usually say ukuthi abangani esinabo ne abanye sasingabangani nabo kodwa namhlanje asazi sibangani nabo.
Yeah.
Do you understand? At some point khona isikhathi la mina nabangani bami sasidlela sitsheni sinye sigezela ndishini yinye senza everything together, but namhlanje kunezimpi ezizilwa nabangani esingazi ukuthi bhozomune sawunyathela sunyathela ngaliphi. So namhlanje ingakho ngithi itopic yethu ngifuna ibe ngabangani, whether good or bad. But
I don't think, okay, personally, when it comes to friends, I kind of like had to take a step back. I kind of had to look at life in a different eye. I have a lot of women. I speak to women every night. I have 6 groups with over 1,000 women in each group. Besides the clients that I see every Wednesday, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And you know, friends is like always a common enemy. Friends who, when you are happily married, they feel as if you do not deserve that marriage. They deserve that. When you are with a partner that takes care of you, that treats you good, that respects you, they feel like you are not worthy for that. Therefore, I'm going to entice the partner. Men are weak. Men are weak. And I will repeat, men are weak.
But
no, I'm not. I'm just saying men are weak. Remember, if my friend is going to entice the guy I'm with and the guy falls for it, my friend will do that out of what? Jealousy. Out of wanting what I have. That is why I say when it comes to friends, I've kind of taken a step back. Number one, there's so many things that friends are capable of and people don't know that. People who open their homes to people, who invite people, who like to entertain, who like to, let's come and watch the soccer. Let's come and get together, do the braai. At the end of the day, you don't know. Mina ngaza ngomuthi, ngohlafuna umuthi. Just chew muthi. Ngifike ngithi.
So you are a bad friend.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying people need to be careful. Some people are not they are not there to support you, to balance you, to govern you. Some people are there to destroy you.
So basically, ungaba nomngani that's genuinely there, and also ngenzeka futhi ukuthi umngani wakho is just there to destroy you.
Yes, you know, I watched an interview, Yaga Tyler Perry. And Tyler Perry used the analogy that everybody in your life is like a tree, right? In the tree you have leaves, and obviously the leaves, right? They will be around you when the seasons are good, meaning when you have the money, when you are doing great, when you are able to do things for them. They are there, right? When the seasons are good, we have the leaves. But when the seasons are bad, the leaves fall off. And those people leave you. Then we have branches where we have people who come in and leave as they please in our lives. 1 minute they're there, but they would never reach out to protect you as far as they can. It's like you're an option. Do you understand? Then we have roots. The roots that the tree is sustained with. Meaning, Guti, that is our families. That is the people that we will never lose. So, you know, if I listen to his words and I listen to his analysis, I then understand, Guti, there are people who are not meant to be in your life. But because of the season you are in, they want to attach themselves. They're like ticks on a dog, just ready to suck the blood. And if people would understand, Guti, having a lot of friends or friends being part of your life is something that can destroy you.
So, uma ngabe ngikubamba kahle enkulumeni yakho, what are you saying is inviting friends to your own personal space is not a good idea?
It's not a good idea. Your home should be sacred. Your home is not a party house. Your home is not a club. Your home is not the park. If you can understand that, I can easily come into your home. Because you've got a good job, you drive a nice car, you are an independent woman. I'm going to tell you of a scenario. But I just want to finish my sentence, like my phrase right now. You drive a good car, everything is okay. But my life is stagnant. And ngihamba isangoma, ngihamba inyanga ethe ngilethele iskipa ngithi mawumngani wakho so jwayele ukuthi she's going to go to my bedroom, she's going to go to the bathroom. Some of us, you know, we don't live in luxury houses where we have multiple bathrooms and maybe our laundry basket is not in the bathroom where it's the guest bathroom. Some of us, the laundry basket is in the bathroom. The person goes and pee and goes through your laundry and picks out your dirty clothes and goes back to the sangop. Bakhambele bakuyele esitulwini, the anthill. Dig up istool. Bafake impahla zakho with blood and needles and a knife and nemali ukukuvalela. Huh? You could have stopped all of that by opening your home to everybody. I've given you two scenarios. One, I can get into your home. 2, me to get there and just spit out. I'm done. I don't need to come in and betela at your house while you're sleeping. Yes, which is it's very possible that people while you're sleeping can do that to you, especially your neighbors. How many people do I know that live in the hood or live in a space where at night people buy a kanga? People will come and shit right by your gate. It's leso.
Ngiyabona leyo kule yabantu coming to your home. Angithi we also have a problem yokuthi ogogo abadala bahanjelwa ingqondo. Sometimes they are called mhlambe ephumile yochama. Uyakhumbula ukuthi ama toilets wase in the hood, let's say Soweto, kunale ma toilet lawa outside, right? Ugogo uyahamba yochama. I'm just saying ukuthi ugogo uyahamba
inside the house now. But anyway,
ugogo uyahamba yochama ngaphandle, right? Uphethwe ushukela, uphethwe izifo lezi zabantu abadala. Uma esebuya ungene next door, uzitshela ukuthi ikwakhe. Mhlawumbe ugogo ubephume uqimbile. And then ugogo sebeyambamba bathi bambambile ugogo bezothaka.
There's no such.
It happens.
Where? I grew up in Soweto, there's no such. Emakaya maybe. I grew up in Soweto. There's no such.
So,
And then number one, ugogo uzoqhamela esikikini. Okay? Before we had inside bathrooms, besiqhamela esikikini ebusuku. Angeke ugogo nje aphume aye ngaphandle ayeqhama ayenzani. Maybe emakhaya, but not in Soweto. Never. Not in Soweto. In places like and not only, I don't want to generalize and say Soweto. Everywhere. As long as you've got a neighbor. Babe, you could stay in the burbs, okay, and I have a problem with you, and then and you might think, Guti, you never disrespected me, or you're doing better than me. Do you understand? I come and shit at your gate, or I come gizotela, or ngilate izinto erufini, ukuthi manilele ibe ngathi kunezinto ezigijimayo erufini. Do you understand? People need to understand that I don't necessarily have to come into your house and dig and put things. While you're inviting those friends, so many things can happen. Some people don't come with good intent in your space. Some people bafuna ukubona ukuthi uphila ngani. And then njengoba uphila, some people bahamba izangoma. Friends can be, not all friends are bad. I just chose to step away from friendship.
Angithi kahle kahle into engizama ukuyi-understand mina ukuthi okay, I've known this person for 10 years. Singabangani, ngiyamthemba. This is the person engikhuluma naye mangabe when I'm going through something.
Watch what success does to you.
I understand.
Watch what success does to you. You can know the person for 10 years. Once you're successful, success awakens mean, evil enemies that you didn't even know existed in your life. Success triggers things that you never thought will come to you.
So basically what you're saying, Uguti, when looking for your enemy,
exactly. Don't look far. When you want to know who the problem is, don't go out. The problem is sitting in your corner. I have a scenario that I wanted to tell you about. I had a client, okay? Client is okay, not struggling. She had businesses, everything was fine. Lento yokuthi mania ezangomeni nihambe nabangani needs to stop. Do you understand?
Okay, I feel like it comes from a personal experience, wasn't it?
No, when I say it needs to stop, because I help a lot of people. And I see people who come together, right? And unfortunately, I had a scenario where I was helping a lady who was brought. No. Pardon. I was helping a lady like uzelo when I give ne. And master dukuhlahluba ngimtshela no man. Ngathi isithunzi sakho asikho. Ngathi kunento ethathiwe kuwe like angikuzwa. Do you understand? And I said, no, man. It feels like you're buried, but yet you're still alive. I don't know how to explain it. And then she said to me, you know, Gogo, it's funny how you can say that. I went to a healer with a friend, and my friend told me that this healer will enhance izinto zami. Meaning, Uguti, she was in a good place. Her businesses were going well, doing well. The monies were there, everything was right. But because we get greedy sometimes, and I don't blame you, you know.
And exactly.
No, but people get greedy. People want more. You can never have enough. I think also discipline comes to play. And people don't understand that the desperation is what's going to kill you. You will start knocking into the wrong doors. And trust me, whoever that's going to open that door, if they are in the business of making money, they are going to take your money. They are not going to tell you otherwise. They're not going to tell you that they can't do it. They are not going to tell you that they are genuine people who are trying to help you. So this lady came through. Lady was right? Even when she came, she wasn't like broke or anything. It was just still okay. She was still there. But it wasn't, you know, popping the way it was popping. So she then tells me, you know, it's funny that you're actually saying that. I went to see a healer with a friend of mine. I told my friend that, you know what, I wanted things to become even more than what it was. My friend was not doing well. My friend was trying to make ends meet, right? My friend then said to me, I know a sangoma that I can take you to that has helped people, and they will help you. She says when she got there, they had dug out a grave. They had dug out a grave for her. They had made her sleep, lie down and sleep in that grave. Bamlahlela ngezinto, bamfafaza ngegazi, bafaka namacoin. And I said, really? Why would you allow... Exactly. Why would you allow somebody to do that to you? And then she says, after that, things for her friend started booming. She started getting tenders. She started now being in this high life. Even, I'm changing.
So basically,
exactly. But what they do is, batata inhlanhla yakho, batata ama auras wakho, bakvala. Do you understand? Awusami nesithunzi asikho. Asikho. Inhlanhla oziphe idlozi noNkulunkulu, because I always say, guys, I might be a sangoma, I might be inyanga, I believe in God. God exists, God is there. That is why I will wake up at 12 and pray. And I will wake up at 3 and phahla, because ukuthandaza nokuphahla akufani. And people need to understand that. So at the end of the day, she's like, she doesn't understand what was happening. You know, cars were breaking down. She was losing.
But what
business.
was the explanation?
I said to her, what did you say? How can you just... The thing is, people are so desperate. If a sangoma said, or whatever, inyanga or whoever, and I'm not saying all sangomas or inyangas are the same, but I'm saying because of desperation, if that's a puza, uyopuza. Mangathi phuza uzophuza.
Yeah, kodwa lapho ke right, I agree with you. Nami ngaya kwesinye sangoma sangiphuzisa itiye for ukuphalaza, and ngiyeza ukuthi kahle kahle ngiphuza iRooibos lapha.
What I'm trying to... No, they won't tell you, you know what, I can't do this or whatever. At the end of the day, some people are here to make money. And if you're so desperate, I think desperation is what kills people the most. And also this thing, going to a sangoma or going to a traditional healer, going to a medium, going to a prophet, it's a personal thing. You don't need to go, Gary, it's a group effort. And why ufanele ukuthatha umngani wakho umfake lapha azozwa indaba zakho? Because at a later stage, all of these things will be used against you.
Your friend is not doing well, but it's taking you to a healer.
Why would you go if that healer did not help your friend?
This healer is not able to help me, but I am telling you,
manipulation. Phela abanye abantu basebenzisa imithi to convince you ukuthi levumisa lesithengisayo. Ivumisa ngithi. Ivumisa siyakutshela ukuthi uhlafuna ngithi. You chew, you spit out. La ngiyakhona bayongimamela. La ngiyakhona bazozwa ngami. So sengiyokusebenza indirectly ngiyakusebenza. When I talk, you're going to listen to me. You are not going to tell me otherwise. So it's things like that, and people need to be careful. I just wish people could know their homes are sacred. Your home is not a mall. Your home is not where people can come in and leave and whatever. A lot of things can happen. I can come with a little packaging while I'm sitting in your couch. And the papa shall dance. That night, the papa shall dance. You will have sex dreams. You will now have what we call a spiritual husband. You will have sleep paralysis. While you're sleeping, you can feel this entity come in from the door, pull your sheets, where you cannot breathe, you cannot scream. That is part of bad omen. Because people need to understand, isichitho nesinyama, not the same thing. Ngizofaka isinyama. Ngizoqindezela. Ngizomosha. Once people can understand that your home is not a playground, you cannot be inviting people left and right. Some people are not there because they're happy for you. Some people are there to see wenza kanjani, uphila kanjani, and why you? Why am I suffering? And you are doing well. The saddest thing is jealousy is a disease.
And you remind me of a friend of mine. Umngani wami ube nesichitho seintwala, ne? So intwala zimudle nje for like 2 weeks angasitsheli, ne? Uthe mase sitshela sahamba samhambisa enyangeni. This was back maybe in 2016. Simhambisa enyangeni, mayefika enyangeni alashwe abuye.
But I think we need to explain what is isichitho seyintwala.
I'm going there.
In English.
I'm going there.
All right.
So uma efika 3 days after use right siqale phansi futhi because isichitho seyintwala it's actually an STD or should I say an STI. So isichitho seyintwala it's a sexual transmitted disease that after having to sleep with this person who has this disease, it's also sexually transmitted to you. Then ubanama lice in your private parts, your armpits, your eyebrows, except for your head. Understand? So only to find out.
But let's see because when you're around people, you don't scratch.
Yes.
I mean, when you are around people, you scratch, you itch.
The thing is, isichitho seyintwala sisebenza kanje. Umuntu mangabe kushaya ngesichitho seyintwala.
But we shouldn't call it a disease because it's not a disease though per se. Into okwazi ukufaka isichitho seyintwala by lacing the door. Ukuthi mawunyathela.
That's where I'm going.
So I think it's misleading if you say it's a sexually transmitted disease. Although if you do sleep with somebody or naso isichitho seyintwala, it may, affect you. But if ngibeka isichitho emnyango, whether isichitho sesifulane, whether isichitho seyintwala nani mawunganyathela.
Ngicela ukuya lapho. That's where I'm going. Ukuthi siyahamba naye bamlapha uyabuya uba right 3 days siqala phansi only to find out ukuthi every time he enters a door yasendlini yakhe he gets it again.
Exactly what I was saying.
Ngaso sonke isikhathi uma isichitho sakhona sibekwe la emnyango uyahamba uyolashwa uyabuya uthola nesichitho makuthi siyayilandela into yakhona wasifakelwa umngani wakhe because he used to work for Transnet. In him working, Transnet is one of the biggest companies in South Africa. So now, what happened?
Already red flag already. What kind of sangoma? You know the thing you go to Mangena Endumben and you're going to a traditional healer. Mauti, gifuna lento, aguphe lento. It's so wrong. What kind of sangoma that wouldn't give you things uklambulula umuzi wako or lauhlala kon? You have people who suffer from sleep paralysis, sexual dreams, but baneswane, right? Baba hambise bahambe bayobageza, right? Emfuleni, right? But then mama buya ekaya, they are okay because they did the river cleansing. They're okay for a week. After a week, this thing comes back. You know why? The traditional healer that you went to skipped a part. You cannot cleanse islwane or cleanse ischito without cleansing the person's home. Asibetheli siyaqhela. Ukuqhela nokushisa, ukushisa izinto, two different things. I mean, yeah, ukuqhela nokushisa is one and ukubethela is another. You cannot bethela if you don't own the place, right? Therefore, if you're renting, ukuqhela hufuka, to sprinkle muti and cleanse your space, and also to burn muti around your home, to eradicate bad omen, bad spirits, or anything that could have been left by anybody. That is key. You cannot go to a traditional healer and go have a cleansing over islwane. You're having a person that you're sleeping with, or you have lesqito selintwala as you're saying, or isqito in general, or onesnyama, and think when you come back home, everything's going to be fine. Guys, there's one thing people need to understand. Energies are important. We have entities that will attach themselves within the ornaments in your home. Because people don't understand, if you have a Buddha and you think the Buddha cannot hold an energy, it can. If you have maybe a statue that represents Abandao that has cowrie shells, it can hold energy. It can. There's so many things within the home that I could show you that hold energy. And should you not cleanse your home, but cleanse yourself, you're actually wasting your money, boo-boo. That's why I'm saying that which kind of healer does not know the first steps of cleansing somebody is to make sure that you also cleanse their home so that islwane doesn't come back or istrito doesn't come back. Ngoba if initially the person that had helped him get rid of lezo intwala lezo, if they had given you things, uzoqhela phakathi komuzi, it would have never came back.
Angithi, yeah, you're right. Angithi, that's where I was going. Ukuthi phela Tina or yena, we took it as a sexual transmitted disease at that time, right? Only to find out ukuthi a friend had placed something emnyango just because the guy works for Transnet and the friend doesn't work anywhere. And remember, ma unesichitho seyintwala, bantu bazokunyanya and all of that will happen. You might even lose your job because ngesikhathi sokusebenza wena all you think about is scratching your private parts and all of that.
Scratching your hair.
Scratching your,
And
you understand?
Because once you're around people, that's where it itches. But when you're alone, it does not itch.
And remember, in KZN, that's one of the most common is chito. Ngala mazwi ngichaza ukuthi when you go to someone ukuthi hayi nesichitho sentwala uzothi ayithatha lokho hambe uyokwenza ukuthi understand, because ngaleso sikhathi akufika ukuthi no, actually there's deeper into that. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, deeper in a sense, your home needs to be cleansed. And this thing, now where I come from, where I've been taught and where I went and I trusted, this thing of wanting or seeking the person that is doing bad to you. Mina lang pumakon, amagama waphumi. Asikhiphe amagama wabathakathi. Asizobulala abantu. You know, whenever people come to me that you see ukuthi they've been done wrong, that is one thing. There is no way you can know how to do something and not how to eradicate it. I cannot know how to cleanse you if I don't know how to do it. It doesn't make sense to me. So I need to know how to do it. Then I also need to know how to eradicate it. Do you understand? But what I've been taught from my Gobela and from Impande, lang pumakona mina, Empandeni, asikhiphe amagama wabantu. Asikhiphe umuntu okuthakathile. We're not here to cause impi. I always say to people, I would rather have you focus on yourself. Uzihlambulule uqine wena.
So mina mangifuna ukumazi lo muntu ongithakathayo and I come to you.
I always find a way to kind of like swing things to let us cleanse you. Let us make sure you are strong. Let us make sure izinto zakho ziyakhanya and you're progressing. Because lo muntu ogenze kabi, the person that is busy bewitching you, doing things to you, anyakakhathala ngithi uyayazi indumba, uyayihamba indumba. So are you going to do a back and forth all the time? What would happen if I said, if you came in and you told me bayakuthakatha ngivuma ngithi siyavuma, and then athi uthi kimi ufuna ukuphindisela bese ngithi siyavuma, and then mangiphindisela lo muntu lo ahamba ayenyangeni yakhe aphindisele kuwe wena uzothini? Angisebenzi musi. My first job is to make sure that I cleanse you. I make sure you are strong spiritually. I make sure ukuthi uyaqina. I make sure ukuthi izinto zakho ziyakhanya. And I try to talk you out of ukuphindisela, guys. Yes, I know how to do wrong things. But I always say it takes so much energy to do that. It takes so much emotions, so much time to do that.
But why do you call it wrong when someone else is doing it?
No. I'm not saying it's wrong. Yeah. I'm saying that I would rather advise a client to protect themselves, to make sure that they are growing financially, to make sure that they are happy. So that whoever who is inflicting them in terms of bewitching and whatever, I'm going to the ends of the world to destroy this person, but this person is not, I don't see this person suffering. Instead, this person is rising. How many people do you think do that to me?
And the best revenge is success.
Success. I always say that unless if you get to the point, the core point, say into efanele isuke phambi kwakho. Do you understand? Mawufika lapho to the core. That's when I can say
against the wall.
Yeah, then I can say okay, fine. You know what? Asambe ke siye lapha siye emathuneni, siye esitulwini, siye kuphi siyenze ini, sithatha izithombe, sithatha amanaliti, sithatha amakhandlela. Then I can say that. But in nje, I would rather have my client make sure that they are strong and izinto zabo ziyakhanya. You cannot, if you are not healthy and you are not fit, Why are you rushing or chasing to destroy somebody who's been destroying you? A good fighter. I don't fight with people who are weak. I will never take a knife to a gunfight. I will never.
So, when you are well known for ukuthakatha, so you mean ukuthi kuloko kuthakatha lokho, you don't just thakatha for fun?
No, I don't. I've never done that. I would never do that.
So, uthakatha makunesidingo.
When it is absolutely necessary, there are people that you need to teach lessons. People who won't stop. People who will constantly become a problem. People who will now want to. That's why I said, this thing of having friends. It's something that you need to look at very closely. Mm-hmm. There are people who will never be happy when you are successful and they're not. There are people who will badmouth you because you are successful and they're not. There are people who will badmouth you because you are able to pay the bill and they are not. They're not able to do that. And that's the type of society we live in. There are people who will go after your husband or your boyfriend because they feel you don't deserve that happiness. There are people who will go to healers and get muti and come to your house and sprinkle while you're busy in the kitchen preparing dinner for them.
So since sisakhuluma ngale Abangani, mina nawe we're planning on having twins. So manje mina bengicabanga ukuthi senze baby shower nan and when you are saying you don't believe in friends, how am I supposed to do that?
Personally, as a traditional healer, as inyanga, because inyanga before isangoma, I do not believe in baby showers. I have never had a baby shower to a point where I believe that even in spirituality, as inyanga or isangoma or whatever the case you might put it, you cannot celebrate a life that has not been passed on this present life that we are living in, right?
Angithi uthe uyinyanga isangoma and you also believe in God.
I do believe in God.
Right, that's where I'm going. There's a saying, there's a Zulu saying. I don't know whether it's a Zulu saying or it's religiously interpreted that way. So what I'm saying is, kuthiwa uNkulunkulu umazi umntwana eseyihlule eswini esibelwetheni sikanina.
Right.
uNkulunkulu umazi umntwana esewuketsheze esendeni likayise, which means God knew you
before I was even conceived. That's what you're saying.
When you were still a sperm.
Yeah, before I was even conceived. Yes. However, because I believe in God, but my practice is different. I do not have baby showers personally. I believe that you cannot celebrate a life when it's not present on this earth. That's one. But one of the many reasons why I won't have a baby shower, guys, people are evil. People are scary. They are naughty. People are jealous. People could buy you clothes for bantwana bakho and lace it with muti. And once you give birth to that child and putting on the baby grower that you were bought by so-and-so, and you don't know at the time, umntana uyaqala uyagula, umntana ukupha inkinga, or your baby dies, and you don't know how that happened. Do you understand? Because abanye abantu will give you things that they have laced ngomuthi. I mean, once you get something, you're not going to be like checking, everywhere with right, because you don't have that knowledge.
Why will so-and-so kill my child instead of killing me?
Because a lot of, besides the fact that even in the Bible it's stated, ukuthi ingane zishayiwa ngezenzo zabazali, meaning kids will suffer through the hands of their parents. Some people right now, exactly, some people right now, they didn't do anything, but ekaya, because we've got aunties, and with those aunties they have children. But because singabosisi bonke, and we all bear children, but our children don't achieve the same. Or mina, I marry rich, and they don't get married, or they marry poor. Izondo leyo ekhona phakathi komndeni. It is also a problem. There are people, aunties within the family, that will do things to harm their sister's kids in order to hurt what? The sister. Because even now, I always say to my clients that, it's funny how you're very quick to get things to protect yourself, to cleanse yourself, but you forget the most important thing, your children. There are people who will hurt your children because they know it will get to you, because your children are weak. You don't cleanse your children. You don't protect your children. You are looking out for number one. But you don't understand, we live in a very demonic world. We live in a world where when people want to hurt you and they can't get to you, they go to the next best thing. And the next best thing is your children. I always say there are 5 things in spirituality. If anything happened in those 5 things, it messes up your life, whether physically, spiritually, emotionally. Number 1, umuzi uyabigwa. Umsebenzi or business, if you may put it as one, ziyabigwa. A relationship that you see which is moving forward and you can see that you are building with your partner, or marriage, iyabigwa. Ingane, iyabigwa. Do you understand? Imoto, iyabigwa. If those 5 things somehow gave you issues, which life are you living in? Would it not affect you, whether it is spiritually, emotionally, or physically? It will. Those are the 5 things that you need to protect so that life can grow and life can move forward. I cannot have things like baby showers unless if maybe you're coming with a gift card. Do you understand? You are coming with a gift card where I am going to go to your Woolworths and say, I've got a gift card, therefore I am actually going to handpick and buy these things for my kids. If you want to push for a baby shower, which I do not approve of because I don't believe, Oguti, you should be celebrating a life that has not been passed on in this life that we're living.
You don't believe in baby showers.
Yes.
However, because you're saying you don't believe in baby showers because that life had not been brought to life yet. However, you do believe, Oguti, God forbid, something happens to that child while the child is still in your stomach, you need to go and cleanse, uyomlalisa kahle, uyophahla, uyombika. My question is, why is that so when you don't believe in doing the baby shower because that life had not been brought to life, but you believe in putting the spirit to rest?
Okay, you need to understand one thing. There's the present life, which is what we are doing now. We are living in the present life. When we die, if our souls are not resting, if our souls kunezinto ezibambezele kuwo kulo mhlaba osuphilayo.
But it's
wait, no. I want to first tell you why, and then I will explain your question. So there's this present life that we're living in right now, and then there is the afterlife, right? If your soul is not resting, you are then caught between the living and the dead. You are not cleansed. Right? When you are pregnant, spiritually, that child has been given to you. Spiritually, your ancestors have given you, ancestors and God have given you that child. Spiritually. The child is not here in this living earth that we walk, sleep, breathe, and do whatever we want to do right now. Do you understand? That is why it's so important. If you have a miscarriage or you have an abortion, to cleanse, ulalisa the spirit. Rather, let me say the spirit. Put the spirit to rest. Give the spirit to your ancestors utumtana akhuliswe spiritually.
So why don't we do a baby shower for that spirit?
No, I personally don't believe in that, and you cannot enforce that.
I'm not enforcing.
That is me. That is my beliefs as a traditional healer. That's what I believe in. I believe let me celebrate the life when the life is here. And also with baby showers, there's dangers of having baby showers, guys. You guys are happy to see the gift packages, the dekiwe mole, everything is nice. There are people who will lace those baby clothes with muti. And this will affect your child. Because once your child is born, you'll then your child will wear those clothes and your child will die. A child's spirit is an innocent soul. You can do a lot with that if you want to destroy somebody. if ufuna ukuthwala ngomntana. Those are one of the ways of doing that. That's an innocent soul. And also by you doing that, you are causing harm on your so-called friend. Because that's when jealousy comes to play. Do you understand? But also, the importance of doing a cleansing when you've had a miscarriage or an abortion. There's 3. If you do not cleanse and put the baby spirit to rest, and you do not give the baby's spirit to your ancestors, 1, you might find difficulties in falling pregnant again. 2, you do fall pregnant, but isisu asihlali, siyachitheka, resulting in you having multiple miscarriages. Or 3, you think you're out of the woods. You do carry full term, you give birth to baby, but umntwana uyahluka. The child twitches while they sleep. The child cries uncontrollably. The child is restless. The child is giving you problems. Even at school, they become a child out of the blue. Agekho right. Even if you have living children who are existing, but you've had a miscarriage or an abortion and you chose not to cleanse for it, it's going to affect that living child. That child will change out of the blue. That child won't do as well as they were doing at school. That child will be a restless child. Izoba ngathi mamkhuza uba worse. Ngathi attitude yakhe ichangile yabo ngathi umntana ongamameli. You need to put the baby spirit to rest. And then we have izangoma that will cleanse clients in their own yard. I don't understand how you do that. How can you pasha somebody's ancestors in your yard? The only reason or the only people that can pasha in my yard, as it is right now, as we stand, is amathwasa ami ngoba ngibaphahlele kuphi eganzeleni ngibabikile. I told their ancestors ukuthi la ngicela ukuthi nihlaliseke nikhule njengoba umntana angenile phakathi kwamagqeke ngicela umntana akhule ngesimo sani spirituality. Do you understand? Therefore they can go pasha, they can do whatever that is spiritual within the yard. But a client can't do that. I have clients day in, day out. I did cleanse. Where did you cleanse? In the back room of the Sangoma that I went to. How? You need flowing river to cleanse for a baby spirit. We need abandao. So that masphahla sibiga inkinga sibiga ukuthi sizohlambulula ingane, sizogqokisa ingane, because at the end of the day you must have a onesie new baby grower to dress this child. Some people will also like to name the child. Do you understand? This spirit, you are passing it on to your ancestors so that the child can grow spiritually with your ancestors, with your clan. How are you going to cleanse at a Sangoma's house? And you're going to what? You're going to pass and call your ancestors. How are your ancestors going to hear you? Because number 1, nobody can come in as a summoner within your yard. It will never work. That is why you have to go to the river. That is why there must be candles involved. There must be an offering involved. There must be inkuku emshope. There must be impahla yengane. There must be coins to ask umnikazi wemfula ukuthi njengoba ngizoyenza lo msebenzi ngicela ningikhanyisele. You're asking for permission. Do you understand? How are you going to do all of those things if you are cleansing in the back room of a Sangoma's yard? Oh really? Then bazodliwa. Bazodliwa. And I always say people are so desperate. People want to do things because of desperation, and when they get into somebody's yard, they listen to whatever they want to listen to. But like I said, and I will keep saying it, I'm not here to break anybody's hustle, or I'm not here to break anybody's bread. But umthetho weshoba awukhona ukuhlambulula ingane phakathi kwamagceke kwesangoma ngoba you have to pasha, you need to call on your ancestors. How are you going to call on your ancestors in somebody's yard?
What if umthetho weshoba awufani?
Wait. Oh, that one is deep.
I'm trying to understand. What if umthetho weshoba njengamanje or umthetho weshoba?
Is that what happens in KZN?
I'm asking. I don't know.
You come from a spiritual background. Is that what happens in KZN?
This question I'm not asking for myself. I'm asking this question for a person who is watching, who wants to know. Ukuthi minisangoma sami sithe this is how we do things. Kulempande.
And then, okay, fine. And then you cleanse the client in your home, right? And the client then wouldn't have to come to me because izinto zakhe fanele zibe zilungile again. I always say that if you see that you go to a healer and whatever you went for is not working for you, then it's not working. Try something different. Try a different method. I'm not saying you must go hopping, but clearly there's something that that healer is doing wrong. And this thing of people just leaving their houses to go see sangomas without notifying their ancestors, then bazodliwa. Because if bophahlela indlela the night before uya kule sangoma leyo, you wouldn't have issues. You would know that you're going to the right place. All I'm saying is that there is no way you can cleanse a baby spirit in somebody's yard. There is no way. You cannot even do a cleansing in somebody's yard unless if uyithwasa uyakatshelwa. Okay? Uyakatshelwa, uyabikwa ekanzeleni. That's a different story. I'm talking about your clients.
You know Kachega.
But we're not going to talk about Amatwasa right now.
Yeah, we're not talking.
We're not going to talk about Amatwasa right now.
I just want you to clarify that
Amatwasa will be a different.
I just want to know
when you get in a pesweni, right? There are certain things that need to be involved, certain spirits that need to be involved. Ufanele ithwasa lishayelwe lingene epesweni ngomthetho. So that is what we call ukajek. I don't want to go into detail to understand. It's the rite of passage. Like how you walk into the door, that's how you walk into your journey of ipehlo, the rite of passage. Ukajeka, to invoke the spirits that you come in with, to enlighten those spirits, to allow those spirits to speak through you. So you are saying, I'm here, this is my body, take over. So that you guys can grow and be nurtured through my body. And igama le twasa will come out. Because, you know, that's the whole process that is done there. I don't want to say things that,
okay, no,
you know.
That's fine. I think in so, manje, you are saying a baby shower is a no. But also, you are saying it is a no for you personally.
Personally, for me, I would not have a baby shower. But those that wish to have baby showers, I would say that, you know, sometimes be careful what you just take in.
So, manje, okay, so you mean when I'm having a baby shower, maybe I should have my own sangoma sniffing around?
No, I'm not saying we live in a world where you need to be careful. You need to be careful, and unfortunately, you need to analyze everything. Because if you don't, there are people, hence why we are going back to friendships. Even family members will try and destroy you because they don't understand how are you making it, and yet ekaya awuko right. Or if you are making it but you are not taking care of them. That's where things like black tax comes in. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, I'm just saying, be cautious. I would rather receive a gift card than receive clothing. I'm just like that. I wise up like that. Because sometimes you'll receive clothing, you don't know what's been laced on those clothes. And I'm not saying that everybody is like that. But unfortunately, we live in a world where you need to be cautious.
But when you look for something,
you'll find it.
You will find it.
And I will find it.
So, that's where one of the problems.
No, I will find it.
It's just that when you are looking for umtagat, and then.
No, you see, now you're putting two different things here. We're talking about having friends that might do wrong to harm you through clothing that is bought for your baby.
Yes, but now you are too wise. Now you are looking into.
No. I'm wise and I'm grown, and I'm always the person. You know, I have clients who say, "Go, this morning I woke up. There's a snail in the bathroom," and I'm like, "But why do you have to think so deep about it? It's a snail. Pick it up and put it outside." Because I also believe that you cannot attract negativity. Once you start thinking negatively, then you attract negativity. I also believe in the power of the tongue. Hence, when I wake up, I have affirmations. I will always say that I'm great. I will always say that I'm here for a reason. I have to live my purpose. You know, money lives through me. Money flows through me. I've got affirmations because I believe in the power of the tongue. So at the end of the day, yes, there's a difference in being wise and dumb. I don't know how we say wise and dumb, but I'm saying wise and let me not say dumb. Being the word clappers, meaning you are living in a box. You are scared to a point where you can't even be comfortable. At the end of the day, we have topics like this to enlighten. I'm not saying don't live your life. Personally, I wouldn't have a baby shower. I don't believe in that because it's my personal thing. But if you do have things like baby showers, make sure, Uguti, you check these things when everybody's gone and they've given them to you. Do you understand? And if you are cleansing your home regularly, ufoka, uchisa, the right things in terms of eradicating bad omen and dark spirits in your home, these things should not affect you. You would be able to spot it. That's where anxiety comes in. That's where intuition comes in. We live in a world where people ignore intuition. You could be sitting at home and something is telling you not to do something, but because there's peer pressure or there's this overwhelming thing of wanting to go and do it, only to find out, Uguti, your spiritual guides, the people that you are with, were telling you don't do it. But because when you had peer pressure, because when you felt it needed to be done, or you needed it to be done at that moment, you ignored those feelings. You're not going to have a white man, or a man in a white suit is not going to appear and say, Sabelo, I said don't go there. You need to think outside the box. Intuition is key. Anxiety is key. There's certain things that happen to a human being when they talk to somebody. If somebody was to talk to me, because it doesn't mean that I'm doing anything bad. But uvalo law is to say you know, intuition in a sense, even if you are sitting with somebody or you step into a room and you feel anxiety, there's something that's telling you get out of there or get out of that home. It's not for you. But because you don't know how your ancestors communicate, you wouldn't understand that. That is why I'm saying be wise, but at the same time, don't forget to live, because we can't be so overprotective. You know, just make sure that you take 2 steps before you can allow people to come into your life. I'm very cagey. I learned the hard way. And I think it is the things that have happened in the past that have showed me that, you know, growth is key. And being number one and making sure that the people that love you, who are your family, who's your husband, and all that, come first. And entertaining people like friends who will still go out and badmouth you even after you've helped them is not key.
And ngiyayithanda leyo ukuthi people like friends will go out and badmouth you ngoba kunama video owathole kuma internet uthola ukuthi a person, maybe this is a public figure, was having fun with friends and ngendlela yokuthi ubekhululekile, but the video is now on the internet. Kodwa ngaleso sikhathi yena felt like they were in the safe space. So ngiyayithanda leyo nto leyo mawuthi kahle kahle. What you are saying is don't look far.
Don't. Your enemy is sitting in your corner, just disguised as your friend.
So your enemy could be me.
No, baby, stop. I would know if you were my enemy. I think I do so much for my ancestors that they would tell me my radar will go off very fast. All I'm saying is don't surround yourselves with wolves dressed in sheepskin, because those are the most dangerous people. Those are the most dangerous people.
So namhlanje besikhuluma ngabangani, yazini I think I don't have friends anymore. Walking out of this room, I think I'm going to change my number.
No, don't. Just be careful. Just don't allow people to come into your space. Your house should be sacred. Your house should not be used as a mall. Your house should be where you provide sanity towards yourself, and spiritually you are inclined, And it shouldn't be a playground for your friends. That's all.
Engikufundile namhlanje ukuthi isitha sami uwe.